everybody, hi new subscribers. Today's video is what's in the hair store. For the most part, hair extensions that are in the hair store have come from China. China is very well known for mass production, and I spoke about that in fuller detail in the Remy, what does it really mean video. But mass production is definitely China's strength, and they produce hair quickly, but also quite harshly. So the hair is not as healthy as it would be if they were to take the time to manufacture it by hand, the way that Sundara's hair is manufactured. Even if it claims to be virgin Indian hair, it has been manufactured and processed in China. China is well known for their mass production process, which is fast and most oftentimes quite harsh on the hair, so the hair has a much shorter lifespan that's in the hair store. The other really important thing about hair extensions in the hair store is that it doesn't follow a regulation like the FDA, for instance, for food and drugs. So the manufacturers, which are usually from China or somewhere else overseas, do not have any type of association to answer to or any type of regulation or rules that they necessarily have to follow outside of maybe their own factory regulations. And what that means to you is that should a factory decide to say that hair is 100% human when it's really a human-animal blend, or should a factory decide to say that it's pure virgin Indian when maybe it's really just high heat synthetic, if they do that, there's no rules and regulations, no formal rules and regulations against that. So as a consumer, when you go to the hair store, it's important that you are informed about that fact, and it's also important that you know how to tell the difference between different hair types based on what you see and what you read in the package. It's really hard to tell the difference between the higher quality hair and the lower quality hair a lot of times, because the lower quality hair and the high quality hair goes through the same finishing process, which is the silicone dip. Once that hair is dipped in silicone, it's all silky and smooth. When you're in the hair store, it can be hard to tell which is high quality hair and which is low quality hair just by feeling it. The silicone dip coats the hair and it binds to the hair in a way that it feels just like a healthy head of hair. So the hair will feel smooth, it'll look silky, and you won't really know what the real state of the hair is underneath because of that silicone dip. And the reality is that with the silicone dip, once it wears off, because it does wear off after just 1 or 2 washes, or sometimes just the environment in general, but once it wears off, it shows the true state of the hair, which is in most cases quite damaged. The first way to tell the different types of qualities of hair is the price. Definitely the price. Now, the price isn't the only way to tell, because a lot of times inflated prices just come from a brand trying to be perceived as high quality. So, it's not the only way to tell, but it is a very good way to tell. If the price is higher, that means that more time was spent preparing each and every bundle. With Sundara extensions, for instance, our prices are definitely higher than average when you compare to what's in the hair store, but they're a lot lower than average when you compare to a lot of other virgin Indian hair brands. If you compare us to processed hair brands, yes, our prices are much higher, and that's because we have a complete hand process when we're preparing our bundles. Hand selected from the temples of India, hand prepared, organically prepared, washed by hand, conditioned by hand, yada yada yada. Those details are in my first 2 videos, but it's a time-consuming process, and it takes a lot of man hours. Virgin hair feels soft and it feels natural, but it does not feel the same as silicone dipped hair. It's more of a natural virgin hair texture. And that's probably the best way to describe it, but it helps to really know how it feels. The other thing that helps is to know how it looks. If you see a texture that doesn't look natural, and the package says that it's 100% virgin, that can be a red flag. If the texture looks, extremely manufactured, that means that the cuticles could have been damaged in the manufacturing process. And that also means that the package shouldn't say that it's 100% virgin Indian hair. It should say that it's processed, or it should maybe just say 100% human hair or something like that. The next thing you want to make sure you do is read the fine print. In other words, read in between the lines, read thoroughly when you're reading those packages at the hair store, because oftentimes they will boldly say 100% virgin Indian hair or 100% natural unprocessed hair, but then in the fine print or in the description they will say something to the effect of, "We skipped harsh processes wherever possible, but the hair has been gently processed to blah, 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 blah." So those type of keywords, gentle processing, or, skipping whatever processes we could, that basically means that the hair is processed and it's not virgin, but it will outlast a lot of the cheaper hair brands that were just processed to the fullest extent. Whenever you see 100% human hair, that means that it's not necessarily from one head of hair. That means that it could have come from multiple heads and it's blended together. It could have come from multiple locations, like for instance, some of it is Chinese, some of it is Indian, and it's blended together. That's what 100% human hair can mean. It may be the same ethnicity, but it's not necessarily from one single donor. With Remy hair, it's the same thing. It's not necessarily from one donor, but what it is aligned. The cuticles are aligned and they're pointing downward. Details on that are in the Remy, what does it really mean video. That's what it means when you see Remy hair in the title. When you see Indian hair in the title, it doesn't always mean that it's Indian hair. A lot of times it just means that it's the Indian hair look, because that's what's popular right now. So that's something you might want to look out for. But if it is Indian hair, know that all Indian hair is not revered as high quality. Some Indian hair is called brush Indian hair, and that's hair that's literally been collected from an Indian woman's brush or from the factory room floor, swept up and revitalized. That's Indian hair that is not virgin and it is not Remy, and it's sold in the hair stores for much lower prices, but they boast that you can wet this hair and it gets wavy, or you can flat iron it and it gets straight, and maybe so, but it's going to have to be silicone dipped so that you'll buy it in the first place. And then once that silicone wears off in the short period of time that it lasts, you'll be left with the unhealthy state of the natural hair that you purchased. So that's it for the What's in the Hair Store video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be back as soon as possible with another video. There will be another hair giveaway. This time it's going to be based on my videos. I'm not going to give any more details than that, but just know that. So be sure to stay tuned. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching.